Hey, welcome back. This is episode 8, and it's a real pleasure to be back doing another video for you guys. Listen, if you're with me so far and you're watching me, this topic, just to get it out of the way and not build up any more suspense, will be about shyness and how to overcome it. But for now, while I have you, please just like and subscribe. I'll take a moment here. And thank you. So, going forward to it, we both know, or you may know somebody who's affected by shyness, so much so that it limits them from considering saying yes to going out, maybe limits what they'll do in their workplace and who they'll meet. It could stand in the way sometimes of progress if you can't really get out of your own fear and introduce yourself to somebody who may be important. Again, you could be important to, like, all parties should really benefit when they're engaging one another. But for the most part, if you're shy, you'll never even get close to that. The door won't even open. Or it could be very, very difficult, and you'll have to go through so much buildup just to figure out how you're going to get over your fear and open the door still. So that's it. With that said, there's something to be said about the ask phenomenon. I mean, I got that from the teachings of Jesus. So it's ask, seek, knock. We'll get into that a little bit more later. If it comes to be, I'll know when to drop the video on that. But most importantly, I want to say that when it comes to the door opening for opportunity, let's look at it this way. If shyness is stopping you from any of those things because maybe you feel insecure and you don't even know why, and finding out why even makes the matter worse, makes you even want to be more withdrawn if you start to look into much the wrong way. So the antidote is this: introduce yourself first. I can give you a little bit more of this story, but I mean, let's just be very clear. Introduce yourself first. If you're in a place where you're shy and you know it's limiting the opportunities you have to meet amazing people, maybe people you admire, or new people you'd like to get to know. If shyness is the reason why you're not, and you decide no most of the time, or if you do say yes, it's so difficult to overcome that insurmountable fear of just being around new people. Again, I don't want to emphasize the fear factor, but if you want to cut right through it all, introduce yourself first. That might be shocking, but it's more active and it's less thoughtful, meaning you'll be more in the action of introducing yourself, genuinely introducing yourself first, because there's an interest there. And if you're in a workplace, it's like automatic. You just do it because you're going to be working with this person. You see them in the office, or if you don't, I mean, still, I'm just saying it could be somebody who's coming in to sell something. Introduce yourself first. But why I'm telling you this is because once I started, and I was one of those shy people, big time. I was in the film industry. I was working on a big feature film with big stars. It was overwhelming. And then there was the work to do. And you really only know when you start. And you don't know when you're going to finish the day. But I definitely was a shy person. And I saw a producer come in 3 weeks into our prep. Everybody was moving around in a controlled mayhem with the focus of bringing this feature film to life, setting up locations, banking, finances, where stars and talent will stay, and all of that. But there was all this commotion coming on. I was upstairs in an upper office, and there was all this commotion downstairs, and couldn't understand what was going on. But before I knew it, in comes this person. And he introduced himself, and he says, I'm the producer. And you know what? I can't maybe explain what happened in that moment, but here's a guy who knew but nobody knew. And all of a sudden, he's walking in, so we didn't even really, could say, have a picture of what he would even look like. But he walked in and introduced himself first as the producer. Don't ask me how. It was during the Matrix time of life when Keanu Reeves was rocking the screens with his Matrix movies. It was just the first one at the time. And from all of that, I figured out that's all you do is you introduce yourself first. And then you really don't even have to think about where to go from there. Trust me on that. It's not a ploy. It's not a game. It's not a con. This is just for shy people who are holding back because they really just don't. Looking in doesn't help in a case like that. It really could make the matter worse. But take action, look out, and if you see somebody new, introduce yourself first. So thank you again for your time. I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment if that's what you're feeling. But listen, if it's there, leave it. Why not? I'd love to hear from you. It's really a pleasure to do these videos, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again. Take care. See you soon. Peace and love.